Welcome back to the Ponchak preview. I have really been enjoying seeing you guys on Zoom and getting emails and seeing your work. You guys have been doing such a great job. I miss you terribly. Um, Today's Ponchak preview is for day 10, which is Monday, and we are going over the second part of 11. So in your Google Classrooms, you will have the PDF, which will be the story 11. So you'll get day nine's PDF, which you will only need to focus on the story part. And then you will also get the PDF of this, but you will answer on the Google Docs and a Google Slide. So you're getting a lot. You'll have the Ponchak preview, you'll have day 9 and day 10 PDF, then you'll get a Google Docs and a Google Slide where you will enter in these informations. So today on Ponchak Preview, what we're going to talk about is number 8 and number 9, which is what you are going to be doing today. And for number 8 and number 9, number 8 is simple. Summarize the theme of the story. So you need to think about what is a theme. A theme is the overall message you learn. It is not a cheesy saying, it's kind of like one, but what is the lesson you can learn from this? What is the moral of the story? What is not the main idea, but what is what the person in here, Rachel, what does she learn? Learn about herself? What is she going through? What struggle did she face and kind of overcome? So be thinking about her internal thoughts. It could also be her lack of standing up for herself and kind of build on that a little bit more. But good job on that. Good luck with that. So then number 9. Number 9 is the plot diagram, which I have created a Google Slides for you, which you did already from last week. You'll get another copy of that. And I just want you to fill it out again. So it doesn't have to be a whole lot of detail. It just needs to be the main things that are happening. So what happens at the beginning of the story, introduces characters, that kind of stuff. What's important, what's some background information you need to know, and then what are the events leading up to the climax. Now remember, I would fill out the conflict first. Conflict and climax are the two that are probably the most important and help fill out everything else. So what is the problem that she is facing in this story? And then what's the turning point of this problem? What is the thing that kind of doesn't solve it, but is when it starts to get solved? Like there's that one thing that like problem. Oh, the problem is faced and then solved. So then the following action here is it's quick 2 things that happen at the end before it all ends. And I'll give you a clue. This is where she's like, it's not better. Things didn't get better. This is where the theme. So this part should kind of be talking about this part. What I love about plot diagrams is they're kind of, they write themselves. Go back to the text, but you don't have to type a lot. You do not have to type from the text. I want your words summarizing what's happening. Okay. So pretty easy today. Just 8 and 9, about 11. The story 11, which I love 11. Oh, first time I ever read it, which is like years ago, I like cried. Can you guys imagine that? Mrs. Ponchak crying in class over a story. I know, silly. But I also wanted to take a second to go back over. There was a problem I know I wanted to talk about. I remember. The teacher. What can you infer about Mrs. Price as a teacher? I can guarantee, I'm making this early and I haven't graded anything yet, but I can guarantee a lot of you said that Mrs. Price, the teacher, was mean. She was. But put yourself in her perspective. What if you had a whole bunch of kids? I'll say, that's not mine. That's not mine. I didn't do that. And the teacher's like, somebody, it has to be owned by somebody. Like it didn't just appear out of thin air. And so then she gave it to the student, and she's just at her wit's end because she's like acting like a little spoiled brat. Like, it's not mine. And like as a teacher, you're probably like the anxiety and the stress is building up, and parents, you can relate to this too. You're like, are you serious? Just put it on. Quit acting like a baby. Now, I would never say that to a student. I might say that to my own kids. But here we are. Mrs. Price is just like, I'm done. I'm done. You're acting like a child. It's yours. Put it on. Now, she probably definitely should have handled it better. Like, I'm going to say as a teacher, probably wouldn't handle it that way. But I know from years past, all of this, she's a mean teacher. And then I actually did this in class, which I would have done this in our class, is had me switch places with somebody. Usually it's the person who thinks that they're all funny and everybody follows. And I act like a student and everybody else follows. And you'll see how hard it is that even somebody who's doing something really small, that at the end of it, you're like, I'm done. Just put the sweater on. And so it's just giving you a different perspective that sometimes in order to truly understand somebody's perspective and their point of view is to put yourself in their perspective. Kind of like in SEL when we talked about empathy and sympathy, the difference that you're like, oh, that stinks. Here's a sandwich. That's the sympathy. Empathy is coming down to their level and seeing it from their perspective. So I love language arts. You can get so many cool lessons in there. So, all right, I am done rambling in our Ponchak preview for day 10. I can't wait to see you at our Zoom today. Bye.